I don't think it's beyond the scope of companies like BMW and Mercedes to cater to manual drivers, given that there is a proven demand out there, even if it is in the minority. There must be some way, and there must be some incentive as well for them to cash in on on that profit, because there's a market share that isn't being tended to. So then, I'm sure I'm not understanding the entire gist of it, and this is like a basic overview from the point of view of a customer, because I don't have all the information, but I'm sure there must be a way for them to leverage that market share, even if it is a minority, and make some money off of manual drivers, at the same time giving manual drivers what they want and satisfying their demand. That's it. Just looking at it from the perspective of pure just economics.
Do you respect if the car company makes a logical choice not to give a manual, not on the basis that they can't make it, not on the basis that they can't make money, not on the basis that they can't sell it, but we genuinely think this car would be better suited having a paddle shift as opposed to a manual, because we think it will take you off the experience. Like, at least that's what our engineers think.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
I mean, I'm not an expert. I barely know anything.
Because the only company that I can think of that says that, I told you, right? Alpine.
Yeah.
Like
when they asked, that's where you're going about that.
Because that's when they asked the question, why didn't you? That was a genuine answer. They were like, we really thought if we gave manual, it would take you out of the experience. Again, sure, people were like, well, not really. Even if, sure, maybe your car was 100% without a manual. Maybe putting in a manual puts it offset. So maybe your experience as a car engineering, it comes down to 90%. But the argument was the amount a manual adds outweighs what you would lose in terms of car. So people are like, I'm ready for the car to be 15% shittier than what it is right now if I get to just do this.
Because I haven't looked into the Alpine, and you were like praising it to high heavens and shit. But what exactly, because the way I see it, because I've driven automatic and I've driven manual, right, is, to me, the only difference I can see from one automatic car to the other is like maybe how the steering wheel feels.
No, it's weight. It's weight and stuff. So it adds other components into the engine, to the transmission. So they were saying that if you put weight, we need to add different kind of spring setting. We need to counter for what the weight is going to give us. So we need to change all that stuff. We change that. We need to add more power, because it's not like you just add this and everything else.
Are you telling me that let's say a car that's similar to it, like the BRZ or the Miata or the S2K, that is also lightweight and it's manual and it drives like a dream. If I were to sit in an S2K, go for a test drive, and then the next second after I'm done with that, go into an Alpine, you think it'll be the same?
In terms of the car, yes. And they're saying it should be way better.
That makes me skeptical, because I don't know how.
Sure, because even the guys out of respect, that's what they said. The thing that's missing out of this is that if you can throw that out, because the only reason they're ready, because like Henry Catchpole, the only reason he's ready to give them one up for this is because they're genuinely saying it's not that we don't want to make it. And I think I'm not sure if I'm correct. They said if there is enough demand after we do it, we'll do it. Because we are not against
I like
it,
that.
Right? I'm not sure if I might be wrong. Maybe they never said that, but at least that was their intention. Their intention was, we really think you'd enjoy the car without a manual, because we can't give it to you at this price. It adds other components. We won't be able to do this. We won't be able to do that. So you might as well give you, because to be very honest, they didn't even use the latest PDK, which is like ultra fast and all that. They used a dying breed version of a paddle shift. They use a single clutch, which is like old school in terms of where technology is and all that. But they still chose to do that over using a PDK. So I can give them some credence, because I mean, if you're lying about this whole thing about we don't want to give manual, you'd end up using a dual clutch. But you didn't use a dual clutch. You went for an older version of a clutch. So you really went into thought. Then again, I agree with what Henry said and other guys say as well, which is like, I'd say the same thing. Sure, maybe putting a manual might have not given you the 100% satisfaction that you expected out of this car. We're ready to sacrifice that 10% in the name of getting a manual. Dude, come on, I'll take it.
But being completely honest, that day we saw the Alpine, the design is
phenomenal. It's fucking
awesome.
gold, dude.
Like it's like, I don't know what it is, but cars like the S2K and the Miata and the Alpine, they have this design. I can't really pinpoint. I don't know what it is. Maybe the